Hey guys, for my first tutorial, I decided that I was going to do a very natural look. It is very, very easy. It is a baby pink and brown combination. Here's what it looks like. Very easy, very clean, and just very light. I do like to wear dramatic shades, but I thought for the first tutorial you guys might like something a little toned down. So if you want to see how to do this look, keep watching. Okay, so now we have a blank canvas to work with here. The first thing that you want to do is use a eyeshadow primer. I use Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I spoke briefly last time about the different types that you can use. This is my favorite. So just put a little tiny bit like this much on your finger, and you're going to just rub it into the lid and go up to the brow. Just make sure you get it all over. It's a really smooth, creamy formula, so it works very nicely. It's easy to get on, easy to smooth in. Okay, so that's done. The next thing we're going to do is put down our first color, our lid color, which is that baby pink. I am using the Coastal Scents 78 palette. Looks like this. There are 6 blushes at the bottom, and the rest of them are all shadows. So I'm going to be using this pink color here. So what you'll do, just take your eyeshadow brush. I'm using one by eyeslipsface.com. This one here, it's just a domed eyeshadow brush. They sell these on eyeslipsface.com for $1, and they really are worth the money. They're very good quality brushes. I bought quite a few of them. So you just want to dip your brush in that pink, shake off the excess. It's a really bad habit to blow on your brushes. I do it sometimes, but it's a really bad habit. And then what you're going to do is just pat that on the lid. And you want to pat it, you don't want to rub it, because if you rub it, you're going to end up rubbing most of it off. So pat that on your lid until you just get the color, the amount of color that you want on there. Add a little more here. It's a really soft baby pink. I know it's not really showing up very, very well, but it's just very soft. And then you just want to sort of blend that up to the crease. And just keep patting. Alright, so we've got our pink down, our base. The next thing you want to do is take a fluffy blending brush for your crease. Now that's this brush here. It's a domed brush. It's very, very soft. The bristles are not very tightly packed, so it makes it really, really soft. This one is a Sonia Kashuk brush. I got this at Target. I think it was $10. Eyeslipsface.com also sells a blending brush. It looks like this for $1. The only difference I think in this one is that the bristles are more tightly packed, so it's not as soft and it doesn't give you the blending effect that we want in the crease. This is what we're going to use for the highlight, but we're going to use this Sonia Kashuk or any blending brush that you have for the crease. So then I'm going to take a brown, and what I have so many different layers of brown here, as you can see. This one, the chocolate brown, is really too dark for what I want because I want something soft. So I'm going to go to this mid-range here. This is pretty much my go-to brown for the most part. It's pretty used, you can't really tell. But so we're just going to get a little bit of that on the tip of this brush, shake off your excess, and then what you're going to do to accent that crease is you're going to put it right in the corner of your eye in the crease, and then you're going to blend it inward with little windshield wiper motions. Start blending it in. Now you want a heavier concentration here on the edges than you do on the inside, so don't go all the way down. Just go maybe halfway or so. And then do these little circular motions here on the edge. That's just going to give you that extra definition. And then just sort of sweep it in to the lid. Just make a little C motion. So from top around. Okay? Now, the windshield wiper motion here, this back and forth motion, what that's going to do is it is going to give you the soft effect. If we were not using this fluffy blending brush, it would be a much harder line there and it wouldn't give you the softness that we're looking for. Okay, I'm just making sure it's even with the other side. Yeah. So you just sweep it into the crease, blend around that little C line there. So now you've got your brown in there. And if you need to make it any more intense, you can add a little bit more, shake it off. This is a soft look, so I don't want to put too much in there. Just going to go right around the bottom here and back out. Okay. And all you're doing is just giving your eye that little bit of depth and dimension there. Just all up on that brow bone. Okay, so we've got that brown. You can see that we've got a nice crease going on there. Okay, next thing you're going to do is take another blending brush. This one I like better for the highlight because it's denser. Like I said, the bristles are a lot more tightly packed in there. It's still a dome shape and it works really great for your highlight. Now for highlight, when I'm doing a neutral, very light neutral look, I prefer going with a highlight that is much closer to my skin tone. So there's a few here that I like to kind of use. These two, this is more of a white, not as intense as this, but it's a cream white. This one is more of a really light skin tone. This is the one I normally use. But I think for the pink look, I want to accentuate the pink since we've got pink on the bottom, brown in the crease. I'm going to use this really light baby pink. This is extra baby pink, really, really light. I'm going to use that one. So just get a little on the tip, that, shake off your excess. And what you're going to do with this is you're going to put it in between that crease brown up to your brow. In between the crease brown up to your brow. And what you're wanting to accomplish is to soften this harsh brown line that we've got. So all we're going to do, starting in the middle, and just blend it, windshield wiper motion again, to blend out that brown. Okay. Just back and forth, and that's really just going to soften that brown. The edge of the brown anyway. You don't want that harsh line there. So you're just going to just blend it in until you've got, you know, something very similar to the other side there. Just blend it out so that you don't have that harsh brown line. You can tell. Okay. Sometimes I like to go back and just touch up the pink, just because that's the main focus for me is the pink. I like pink. So I just pat on a little more pink. If you need to pat on a little more, go ahead and do that, just so it's there. Blend just the top of the pink with the same brush that you used for the crease, and then I just sort of go back over and make sure that it didn't put too much color down here. Too much of that brown. Okay, so that's it. So now we've got our pink and our brown and our highlight. Just blend it all together very nicely. Okay, so now to finish up, we're going to add our liner, our mascara, and everything and be done with it. The liner I use for the upper lash line is the Coastal Scents Gel Liner. It's my favorite, comes in a little pot. And I'm just using a regular liner brush as well, just a thin liner brush. Just for me, it's easier, it goes on faster. So we're just going to tap it into the pot, get a little of the eyeliner on there, and then I am going to flip down my mirror because I am not quite talented enough yet to put this on backwards. So let me get in here where you guys can see and where I can see, and you want to start in the middle and just work your way out, short strokes, and connect the inside. You can make it as thick or as thin, and just fill it in, make sure everything's on there. Perfect. It's close to the lash line. Alright, so that's that. I like to wear thick eyeliner, and not everybody does, which is fine. So that's that. Now, next thing you want to do is line the waterline, and for that I'm just using the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus pencil. Just for me it works easier. It's not as hard as the other liners. So line your waterline right here. And then I also am going to line the lower lash line. So just hold the pencil straight up and just glide the side of it right along the lower lash line there. Just to add a little more definition. I use the other side, it's got the smudger on it, to smudge it just a little underneath, to soften it. And that's it. Okay, then you apply your mascara, curl your lashes, apply your mascara as normal. I like to angle my lashes out toward the edge just a bit. Tap it onto the bottom. And that's it. That is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed.